Long ago, in a peaceful Luya kingdom surrounded by green hills, fertile farms and flowing rivers, there lived a wise king named Wixa. King Wixa was loved by his people because he treated everyone with kindness and respect. He had a son, Prince Baresa, who was handsome, intelligent and strong. However, the prince had one weakness that worried his father. He looked down on ordinary people and believed that being a prince made him more important than everyone else. Whenever King Wixa advised his son, he would say, "My son, remember that a good leader respects all people, whether they are rich or poor, young or old." But Prince Baresa would laugh and reply, "Father, why should I listen to villagers? They have nothing to teach me." The king would shake his head sadly, knowing that one day his son would learn an important lesson. One market day, Prince Baresa rode through the village on his horse. The market was crowded with women selling vegetables, farmers carrying produce, and children running around. As he passed through the crowd, he came across an elderly woman carrying a heavy bundle of firewood. The woman moved slowly because of her age. Instead of helping her, the prince shouted, "Old woman, get out of my way." The villagers were shocked by his rude words. The woman lowered her head and quietly stepped aside. A short distance away, a young boy accidentally bumped into the prince while carrying a basket of maize. The basket fell, and some maize scattered on the ground. The frightened boy immediately apologized. However, Prince Baresa insulted him and called him careless and foolish. The boy felt embarrassed and walked away with tears in his eyes. Many villagers began to lose respect for the prince because of his pride. That evening, a respected village elder named Namulala visited the palace. He spoke to both the king and the prince. The elder said, "Your Highness, a leader must respect his people because respect is the foundation of wisdom and unity." Prince Baresa laughed and replied, "I am a prince. Why should I listen to the advice of an old villager?" Elder Namulala looked at him calmly and said, "A tree that refuses guidance may be broken by the wind." The prince ignored the warning. A few days later, Prince Baresa went hunting in the forest. While chasing an antelope, he wandered far from his companions and became lost. As the sun set, darkness covered the forest. The prince searched for the path home, but every direction looked the same. Soon he became tired, hungry, and afraid. For the first time in his life, he realized that he could not solve his problem alone. After many hours of wandering, he saw a small hut with light coming from inside. He knocked on the door. To his surprise, the door was opened by the same elderly woman he had insulted at the market. The prince felt ashamed and lowered his eyes. "Mother," he said softly, "I am lost and need help." The woman welcomed him inside without hesitation. She gave him food, water, and a place to rest for the night. The next morning, the woman gathered some villagers to help the prince return to the palace. Among them was the young boy he had insulted and Elder Namulala. They guided him safely through the forest and back to the kingdom. Along the way, Prince Baresa remained quiet as he thought about how these people had chosen kindness even though he had treated them badly. When they arrived at the palace, the prince stood before the villagers and bowed his head. He said, "My people, I have treated you with disrespect. I believed that my position made me better than others. Yet when I was in trouble, it was you who helped me. Please forgive me." The villagers smiled warmly, and the elderly woman told him that everyone makes mistakes, but a wise person learns from them. King Wixa was proud of his son's change of heart. From that day forward, Prince Baresa treated everyone with kindness and respect. He listened to elders, spoke politely to children, and helped those in need. As he grew older, he became a beloved king who ruled with wisdom and humility. The people never forgot how he learned the value of respect.